Fridays are totally tubular. I'm your host, Maylee Wardinsky. This week's stories consist of lightsaber duels becoming an official sport in France and the first ever space hotel. Starting off this week, pop culture. Marvel Studios proved that Wakanda is forever with a confirmed sequel, and lightsaber dueling is now an official sport in France. These stories explained in pop culture this week. I'm Maylee Wardinsky.
And I'm Liv Holmes.
Let's jump right in. Details of the Black Panther sequel have been revealed. The news, broken in October of 2018, states that Ryan Coogler will be returning to direct the sequel, which is said to start late this year or early 2020. This film will come after the highly anticipated Avengers Endgame, which is said to be released April 26th of this year. Marvel producer Kevin Feige cited in an interview that Wakanda, the main setting of Black Panther, would become an anchor point in future Marvel films. The characters Okoye and Chiri will be back as well. The release date? In earlier late 2021.
The force is with the French, as lightsaber dueling is now an official sport in France. This means that it is now recognizing plastic lightsabers equal to swords used by Olympic fencers. This comes after France experienced an odd spike of people posting lightsaber duel videos to social media. One of the secretaries for the Federation said that the reason why they decided to add the plastic LED lightsabers to the list was to get kids off the couch and try a fun sport.
Thanks, B and Liv. Next up, 8-second trivia. How much do NASA spacesuits cost? Is it A, $8 million, B, $90 million, C, $1 million, or D, $12 million? The correct answer is D, $12 million.
Welcome back to World News. I'm your host, Eleanor Mason.
And I'm Paris Leclerc.
Let's get into it.
If you have a casual $9.5 million lying around and need to spend it, look no further. The plan for the first luxury space hotel, Aurora Station, has been released. Developed by a U.S. startup company called Orion Span, the project is said to be done in 2021, but opening up to the public in 2022. The space station will hold up to 6 people at a time for a 12-day space adventure. Their goal? To make space open to everyone. Obviously, the price says otherwise. The hotel is about the size of a private jet. The hotel plans to orbit Earth every 90 minutes, which means guests will see around 16 sunrises in the span of 24 hours. They will be about 200 miles from Earth's surface, but they aren't the only ones planning to do this. Axlum Space, a Texas-based company, plans to put out a commercial space station by 2024, but Orion Span's next plan? To put condominiums in space.
That's out of this world. Our second story comes from Canada, where 7 Syrian refugee children died Tuesday in a house fire. It was described as the deadliest blaze in Nova Scotia's recent history. The father was said to be fighting for his life after trying to save his children. The mother was hospitalized with injuries but will likely survive. The 7 children, ranging from 3 months to mid-teens, couldn't be saved. They arrived in Canada on September 29, 2017 with 6 children. Their youngest, Abdullah, was born in November last year. The family was taking English language training in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and was planning to move to Elmsdale 3 days after the blaze.
Thanks for the world news update, Paris and Eleanor. Next up, the weather.
Welcome back to weather. I'm your host, Donovan Rash. Today there's a high of 38 degrees and a low of 28. There's a 10% chance of precipitation, but throughout the day, partial clouds are to be expected. Tomorrow there will be freezing rain showers with a high in the low 40s. Sunday will be colder with a mix of rain, freezing rain, and snow. Throughout the week, there will be clouds with temperatures ranging from 25 to 40 degrees. There's a 7% chance of a snow day according to snow day calculators. So don't get your hopes up for snow days anytime soon. Stay safe this week.
Thanks, Donovan. Next up on SMS 8, a special edition of sports.
Welcome back to sports. I'm Bray Bromley.
And I'm Sam Richardson-Smaller.
Let's get to it.
The girls' middle school basketball team has a game with Fenville on Monday at 5. They also have another home game with Lawton Community Schools, also at 5.
Go out there and support our fellow Saugatuckians. Our next story isn't exactly sports related. The middle school and high school band here at Saugatuck have been working towards festival, something run by Michigan School Band and Orchestra Associations. If you don't know or aren't in band, the festival is a competition where you perform as an ensemble for judges who then give you a rating in 5 different categories, with 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. This year, the 2 bands will perform on Wednesday at West Ottawa Harbor Lights Middle School.
Yesterday was their pre-festival concert, where they got to show parents and fellow classmates what they've been working on. Let's check it out.
band friends the best of luck at festival this year. Next up, Mr. Greg's wise words of wisdom.
Hi, Mr. Greg, back with Mr. Greg's Wise Words of Wisdom. This week's Wise Words of Wisdom is that life is short, so smile while you still have teeth.
Those words just keep getting wiser. Next up, 8 out of 8.
Today, in 8 out of 8, a horse that got stuck in a tree, and a World War I grenade found in a potato chip factory. All these funky stories explained. I'm Sam Richardson Smaller.
And I'm Bray Bromley. An Indiana town marshal wielding a chainsaw rescued a horse that got stuck between two branches of a tree trunk in sub-zero temperatures. During the polar vortex, a horse in Winfield, Indiana, somehow became wedged in the fork of the tree's branches that were low to the ground. The town marshal, Dan Bill, was scared that the horse might die as it collapsed multiple times during the period he was there. Apparently, the temperatures were at negative 20 degrees, and the marshal was out in the cold for 45 minutes helping the horse.
A World War I grenade was discovered in a pile of potatoes at the Hong Kong potato chip factory. The grenade was described by authorities as caked with mud and dirt. It was discovered by workers at the factory, run by a Japanese snack maker, Kalabi. Apparently, the grenade was German-made, and authorities in Hong Kong detonated it using a high-power water firing technique, so no one would get hurt. The grenade was from France, along with other potatoes. That story was the bomb.
What an amazing week! From all of us at SMS 8, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out our blog and have a great week!